What's up, everybody?
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. As you see tonight, we're short-handed again, back-to-back weeks. So it looks like we're being short-handed here, but we'll make the most of a fun evening of listening to YouTube banter back and forth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? Viewership went up? No, McVey.
We already got 57 viewers already.
Everybody just jumped on.
Said, all right, McVey on. We're on tonight.
Let's make it happen.
Now, you know, Zach's going to message in and be like, see, told you guys.
I don't even need to be there. Doesn't matter. He's getting made fun of because he's not here.
That doesn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
I had a baby in the hospital and still got made fun of.
You did. You did.
You're an easy target.
That's what I hear.
I might have gotten made fun of a little bit last week.
Well,
you deserved it.
Well,
Sure
that's true.
All that Pepsi money on his great vacations.
Oh, God, here we go.
Well, before we get going, to tell you that this episode of the Coach's Box is brought to you by La Pachanga Mexican Restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, me and Jason just absolutely destroyed a steak and shrimp quesadilla.
Yeah, I'm not on any diet right now. I'm on seafood, eat food.
And there was shrimp in it.
Yep,
so
shrimp.
seafood, definitely seafood.
Yeah, seafood.
Yes.
So
there was steak.
Yep. Yeah, all the food and all the main ingredients.
Only a little bit of
necessary for
cheese, no grease.
No grease. If there was, I didn't taste it because I ate it so fast.
Yeah. You did kind of fold it all up and woof.
Gone.
I don't mess around, man. This ain't got time for that. But hey, if you're looking for some good Mexican food and a great atmosphere, you need to come down here to La Pachanga here in Herculaneum. I'm a little prejudiced against the one at Festus because we come here all the time. So
this one's closer to my house. See, it's
exactly.
nicer.
And if you show up and you see this banner and you take a picture of Blair's face and you send it to Coach's Box Facebook page, Blair will actually buy your dinner.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. He really won't. But never know. He might.
Might buy you a drink.
Might
buy you a drink.
Never know if he's here because he's usually here.
All
the time.
He's got a booth over there with his name on it, I think, and everything.
It's probably like scratched in.
Etched in.
A little bit like.
It says three-peat.
Oh gosh, here we go.
All right, so what's on tap here, Blair?
Well, we'll talk a little bit about let's talk about some local stuff. Let's get into that a little bit. Talk about a little bit of local baseball this week. We had some JCA matchup with the Jefferson Blue Jays and the Herculean Black Cats.
They actually got to play some baseball.
And it's kind of nice.
It didn't rain?
I know. Well, it did.
Well, it did.
But
they got it in.
But,
today, not so much. Didn't get it in.
Yeah, it was beautiful out today, too. That was crazy. It was like,
it rained so much yesterday.
Last night. Yeah.
But R7 and Herculaneum, a little tussle over there at Andy Runzie Field, and Herculaneum pretty well ran away with it.
Yeah, it was up early 8-0, I think, at one point, and ended up being 9-2 the final.
Dylan Black pitched a pretty nice game, and
I saw he had a good stat line.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
Yep.
And they had some timely hitting, and it was a fun game to watch.
Took advantage of some Blue Jay mistakes.
Shut up. I saw that on another outlet. Took advantage of all. That was the only reason why Herculaneum beat Jefferson is because Jefferson killed themselves. No, Herculaneum hit the crap out of the ball.
They definitely did.
They hit it over outfielders' heads. They can't help that. And it wasn't just a bunch of errors by Jefferson or, Jefferson made all the mistakes. Bull crap. Herculaneum
flat out hit the baseball. I thought they did a really nice job of hitting the baseball.
It was kind of nice.
I thought they did a really nice job.
Comes around the football season in 2022. If we can just beat them in football, that would make some things.
Make some things happen.
That would be all three sports in the year of 2022 because we beat them in basketball twice, we beat them in baseball once, we're 1-1, and if we could get football next year,
they'd be doing it.
And I'm hoping.
Well, they did
because
say
that's nothing better than beating the Blue Jays or the Lancers.
I did remember hearing. At
I'm
the
off
end
camera right now, so I can just go ahead and just give you.
I did remember hearing
California
at the end of that 4-game basketball night, "Bring on football, bring on."
You heard that, huh?
I did.
I'm sure that we'll hopefully have them going on second year under Coach Blaine Boss, and the Black Cats, I think, are going to surprise people in football.
I hope so. I mean, they got a lot of kids coming back, and the core group of kids coming back. And
I'm not saying we're going to go out to our seven's going to be hard to beat.
They're always hard to beat. They're so physical and tough, and so a little bit of other baseball action. I think St. Pius got a game in tonight. I think.
I haven't heard.
Down at St. Vincent, and
they played St. Vincent the other day.
St. Vincent's pretty good about getting games in down there.
I know.
Yeah.
And then they call it.
Well, what?
That happened when I was at Grandview.
Varsity
drove all the way down there in the rain, played the mud, and they got out to a 3-0 lead. We cut it to 3-1. We had a couple runners on, and they got out of the inning, and game called. It's like,
I saw some
wait a minute.
pictures.
What?
How's that happen?
We played down there the other night. Like no one played hardly, and us and St. Vincent did. And we won, and I got to sit and chat with our buddy from Perryville, man.
I might have a picture of that somewhere.
I know. I know.
Maybe they big old heart around it.
I noticed there was no credits to Brian Deering for taking that picture, but I'm pretty sure that's the culprit. And I sat and talked to Bruce for a long time. We talked about, believe it or not, referees.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
About how Uncle Bob is finally retired and some others, but we had a good old time down there talking to Bruce.
Looks like, the Pius did end up winning today 4-2. Varsity won 4-2.
Good.
I tell you, it's been a really tough year for baseball. I mean, try to find a game. I mean,
yeah, I know. I saw Crystal City's Twitter for baseball, 9th game in a row, or 9th game we've had to cancel not too long ago. I'm like, jeez, man, it's hard
tough
to get games in right now.
I mean, here's a perfect example of why you don't have all these schools probably starting to look at maybe thinking about turf baseball fields. I mean, you got to at some point these kids are going to.
I have a feeling Windsor's field's been lit up about every other night playing a baseball.
I guarantee you. And why would they not? Why would they not allow it? I mean, it's for the kids, and that's the whole purpose of this is.
Oh, you did not just. It's for the kids.
It is for the kids.
It is for the kids. You get that turf in there, and I mean, every school in Jefferson County every public school in Jefferson County has a turf football field, but one, and and there are several now that are getting turf baseball fields.
Yep. Yes.
So, and it's a win-win. It's not only baseball. It's not only football. You get to do so many other things on that turf.
Oh, totally. I mean, there's so many more activities for the students.
Don Bollinger, you're welcome. I'm talking about turf here.
We definitely would love to have that in Black Cat Land, and hopefully that's in the near future here, being able to get our football field turfed, and hopefully maybe a baseball field.
It'd be nice to get that turf, get a baseball field turf, and then build a nice new gymnasium.
Yes, I would love
that. The Blair Dome.
Oh, jeez, don't even say that.
The Riley Blair Dome.
Don't even say that.
That's what I heard it's going to be called.
The coach, the three-peat.
Oh, my God.
So, is that it? You're only going to get 3?
You guys are nuts.
So I've heard. All right, so what's next?
So,
at least, 2 Herky, 1.
We got them outnumbered tonight.
We got them outnumbered tonight,
About the only way you're going to beat me.
Oh, yeah.
I've beat you.
I'm not talking about coaching games.
Material. Let me find that. Put that up.
I'm not talking about coaching games.
I will definitely bring that up this year.
Go for it.
Crystal, Mel Kern posted on here. They've had 12 rainouts.
Gosh, dang.
12.
Oh,
a lot of time for indoor practice.
Oh, and that's miserable.
That is the worst.
That is the worst. I see the baseball coaches, the kids. They're all just like,
I know, another day of being inside.
All right, let's go to the batting cage.
So what do you guys think about a little bit of the one word that you don't like to talk about, but we got some local teams having some pretty good success in soccer.
I'm not talking about it.
But I will bring it up.
You can bring it up all you want. I'm not talking about it. Know nothing about the game. Don't care about the game. I think it's the most boring sport ever.
Kicked ball.
But
I run fast. Run after ball kick.
I will have to give it
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you just got muted.
Kevin's not even here, dude. Stop.
I know he's not even here.
So
but
stop. We don't even need to talk about soccer. I'm just gonna keep talking so you can't talk about
okay,
it.
well we'll move on to something else.
Is that called a filibuster?
Yes.
Hey!
I taught about a filibuster the other day. in
Hey,
class.
wouldn't you know what that is? You're from Illinois.
Well, hell, he don't even know how to get to Alaska.
Canada.
Or Alaska.
Or Alaska. By the way, I rewatched
I'm glad
that
he's-
episode.
That was good, wasn't it?
No, it was awful. I can't believe that you don't. Your
was
geography is awful.
Now-
You have to get to it. Through it.
I did go back and watch a little bit after you've put out a little information
Shut
on
the front
some stuff.
door. You have not watched any old episodes.
Well, yeah, the one about Michael Jackson's song. I mean, I had to watch it. And that commercial was excellent. He said, what?
No,
Dude, and there was the other one you guys did of the commercial. We couldn't even get
No,
anything
those-
out. We were all laughing
so
the
hard.
entire time.
The TikTok. They were TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, the coach's box is on TikTok now.
Yes.
Oh, I've been watching them. I
Good
like it.
stuff. Good stuff.
It's when we were doing. It's when we were doing trivia, and the trivia questions, I believe, up to a point where they're
Right?
they're always very questionable. It's like, why are these trivia? Of course,
and
everybody.
the last name was Gay, and all he said, gay? I'm like,
What 70s? I can't even say that. What Motown legend was
Stevie Wonder.
tried out for the Detroit Lions in
Stevie
1970? A. Marvin Gaye. Gay.
gay.
That started with that. Then B. Stevie Wonder. And then that was it. It was over. It was over.
Zach couldn't even.
Zach took his headset off
And
he
his
was like,
glasses
I'm
and
out,
everything. He
I'm
took it
out,
all off.
I'm out.
He was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, it was.
Kind of, I guess, what he did tonight.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't be there. Sorry, guys.
Wah, wah.
Sorry, Zach.
So yeah, if you tell your kids. I mean, I don't know how many parents here on. I'll be honest. I think there's a lot of people. Parents are on TikTok now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Dear
They
God.
have to be. They almost have to be.
Well, yeah, so you can monitor your kids'
Kids,
stuff.
yes.
Heaven forbid you get
You mean kids
indoctrinated.
would do things that they're not supposed to on the
Last I
internet?
checked.
Oh, maybe.
Last
Kids
I
do
checked.
things that are not good?
Maybe.
Kids
Maybe.
lie?
Oh no, that never happens.
Never.
That's one of the things
We
that never happens.
we can't say those things. But yeah, the coach's box. It's at the coach's box on TikTok.
Yes.
We're on there. By
Check
the way,
it out.
Apple
Check
Podcast. We're on
Yeah.
Spotify.
We're on Instagram, which I haven't done a real good job lately.
If you're looking on Instagram and you see that there's nothing there,
Thanks,
it's Jason.
Yeah.
Coach Jarvis.
I'm not an Instagrammer.
No,
Not a
you're-
grammer.
You're a TikToker though.
Yeah.
He definitely does some food TikToks. You had to pull that one up. and put it-
Danos, baby.
You need to put that one up on a coach's box.
There we go. I need to do that.
Go
I
ahead.
need to do that.
That got a lot of likes.
Darn good. Darn tasty.
Dad.
Darn tasty. I even got a T-shirt a kid made me. Brought it to school. It's a darn tasty. I haven't wore it yet. I'm gonna wear it the last day
I
of
can't
school.
wait. I
might wear it
can't
the last
wait.
Day of school.
Another thing you did, another fall sport or spring sport, is track and field, and track and field's another one that's been kind of had a tough go of, meets getting canceled because of thunderstorms,
Well, even
and
when
then
they've had meets,
can't do the field events.
one down at Farmington, it was sleeting
Yeah,
during the meet.
yeah.
You can't get good sprint times
No.
when it's raining sideways.
No.
You don't
Distance is
think?
probably the only thing that's probably going to be successful in any track meet
Well, it
when
is
it's cold.
Jefferson
Windshield
County,
wipers.
So, I mean, it's going to be distance events should be pretty high up on the
I
list.
agree.
It's gonna get warm at
Maybe.
some point.
I mean, this weekend it's going to be, but then it's going to go back down again next week.
Well, you know what? It's a good time then to get that air conditioner service.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, I mean,
By our sponsor, right?
Yeah,
we have a sponsor,
Yeah,
Dinger, right?
yeah. If you need your air conditioning service, you need to call Home by SMCI.
Yes.
They will come out. They've worked on my stuff.
Worked on mine too.
Come out.
I've never had them work on
They
mine.
were there within 3 hours.
had it
And
done in
it's
20
like,
minutes.
Here, this is all that's wrong with it. Really? Yeah. Here you go. Fix me right up. See ya.
That's what it was for me
Perfect.
too. It was kind
Do
of
all
crazy.
kinds of stuff too.
Well, I mean, you are part of the St. Pius family, so they probably were pretty quick getting
just
to
got
you.
hired there, so it's not like I was some kind of
No,
I've been there before.
You're Chris Miller.
No, that doesn't carry any weight. None. Not unless you are.
The Chris Miller, the number 2.
Not unless you're Coach Miller, who goes to all the basketball games in Southeast Missouri and walks in through the pass
Coach
gate.
Miller, who's
never coached in his life.
Coach.
That Chris Miller carries weight.
I've walked into a gym with that gentleman and they go, "Hey, Coach Miller, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you back here." I'm like, "Oh, didn't know he coached." But
we gotta get him started now. Watch out.
Sitting right there at half court, yelling his ass off at me.
Yeah, I've been there a few times watching him. Watching the game.
All right, so back to what counts in life.
What, you guys doing dance videos? That's what I'm seeing on here.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to. Well, first off, in order to have something like that happen, we have to get the entire group to do commercials, and that's.
I didn't do a commercial last night because I was.
What happened? You said
I got one on the way.
You got one on the way.
Wait for it.
Wait, what?
Pull it up.
I've been waiting for it since you sent that.
Well, I'll pull it up here.
Well, you don't need to pull it up.
We don't
you need
have
to send it, Chris.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, you don't have to send it now.
There it is. There it is. It's on there.
All right. Well, hey, save it to next
It's on
week.
there.
Save it till next.
Hey, look at that! You're even in your uniform, like Zach could have came today.
I was in my uniform.
Man, look at you. You are so dedicated.
Dedicated to the box.
I am.
Coach to the box.
Dedicated.
To the box.
And then we had already sent out 2 commercials. So I thought, well, I'm not going to overload it with another one.
Oh my gosh, that is what you do. That is what social media is about. Overload.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. Until you get doxxed.
I
learned that. That's a word, by the way.
We're still talking local, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because I got a lot of national stuff I get in my head.
Well, we definitely want to talk a little bit about national stuff, but
local's been a lot of rain.
It is.
Yeah.
It has been. And,
Forecast rain.
well, we'll talk a little bit about. I'm sure you guys are going to bring it up, but my assistant coach got promoted to be an assistant principal.
Ooh, I'm glad all my family's out of the junior high. St. Thomas Middle School.
Congratulations to Coach Kyle Bohr.
Yes, congratulations, Coach Bohr. Now,
I mean,
Mr.
how
Bohr.
bad did that had to sting a little bit?
It did.
I mean, that's your right-hand man.
It did. He's been my right-hand man for 4 years. He was at 4 years out at the middle school as the 8th grade coach, and then he's been the last 4 up here. But, I mean, he's going to be really good at assistant principal. I mean, he's so detailed with that kind of stuff. I mean, anybody that knows the guy, he knows he's stat-based anyway, so he'll be very good.
You're going to have a lot of quantitative data.
Yeah, he's going to bring all kinds of data.
All kinds of data.
Yes.
He's going to be looking at him like,
what is that? What does that mean?
What's this mean?
But
Get
congratulations
your
to
test
him.
scores
And did he have a baby today?
And then him and his wife had a little girl today. I'll let him post all that stuff out there. I think they're going to do a post about it or something. But, so congratulations. This has been a good week for him.
It's been a good week.
Yeah, I know.
Week
Get a promotion, a raise.
He better not piss and moan about it. It's a
Well,
good week.
Yeah, well, Kyle never does that. So
lies. Hardcore lies.
But congratulations to him and to him and his wife on their second child, and it's been a great week for the Moore family for sure.
Doubt.
So congratulations to him, and whoever takes that position or gets that position, he's got some big shoes to fill because that guy was very detailed. I mean, you guys have been around him long enough to know that what he does with his stats and his scouting and things was top notch, and we'll surely miss him. And I know that the girls were excited for him on our group me
So
message.
What we're saying is, next year, if we don't have a 4P, we know the real brains behind the situation.
True to that. He was the real brains behind the situation. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty good about that.
I wasn't gonna say that until it didn't happen. And hey, some other coaching news. My coach, Coach Eddie, who's back in the motherland visiting.
Yes,
every year he goes back to Bosnia.
Saw that.
He's out some bridge. I don't know exactly what bridge it was in his hometown.
Yeah.
But at the just about the same spot where I believe his grandpa proposed to his grandma, Coach Eddie proposed to his girlfriend Sam, and he will be getting married.
Congratulations
Getting
to
hitched,
him.
oh Eddie.
Yep.
for
So
him.
Coach Eddie found somebody who can put up with him.
That's good. Sorry
And
for
sometimes
her.
it's a hard thing.
Yep, sure is.
Sorry for her, but
So, yep, congratulations to him. Sorry, Sam.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
them people with the name Sam got some heck of husbands to put up with.
It's a rough life.
It is a rough life. Sorry,
Rough.
Sam.
Life.
But nonetheless, thanks, Coach Spool, for my nice comment of my nice shirt, Next Level Basketball. So if you're looking for a place for your young kiddo to play basketball,
God, we
Next
are
Level
all about
Basketball,
shameless plugs on
loving
this
and
show.
loving it here.
By the way, are they sponsoring?
They might be.
We'll
Yes,
see.
they might be.
We don't have to plug nobody then.
We might have some conversations already in the works with those guys. But
I'm supporting them. I'm going to a couple shootouts.
That's right.
You know, over
Yeah.
there at the St. Pius. Yep.
so if you're a
Oh, yeah,
boys
but you
coach,
the microphone.
if you're a boys coach, St. Pius is hosting some next level basketball shootouts, and then if you're girls, Herculaneum is going to host a couple here in the summer. Lutheran South, Webster Groves. So it'll be a fun summer. So if you're a high school or a junior high team looking for some basketball action this summer,
Contact one of us. We'll
Yes.
we'll help you out.
yeah,
Hook you up.
we would definitely love to get that out there. And before we go on to some national news, I do want to let's talk about a little bit of local stuff. I know last week you guys mentioned it and brought it up that a young lady, I guess you could say young lady, passed away last week from DeSoto, a longtime great basketball player from DeSoto that passed away, and her memory. They're gonna have a get together, I think, on the 30th down in DeSoto. We will put that up on our Coaches Box page, but I know there's probably a bunch of viewers out there that remember Kim Mann, and the opportunity that she had at playing basketball in DeSoto, and was just one of the best female athletes to ever come through this county, in my opinion. Just from watching some of the things that Coach Rhodes had put out and talked to me about. And if that guy knows about girls basketball or anything sports related in Jefferson County, he's probably one of them that would probably know a lot about it. So
he likes Matt Carpenter, so that's up
He
to.
knows
It's not
basketball.
Jefferson County.
He doesn't
not
know baseball.
Jefferson County. But it's a sad thing for this town of DeSoto and for DeSoto Dragons. So if you're interested in finding out about the memorial service that they're going to have for her, we'll be posting that up, and I think it's next weekend, 30th.
You're talking about coaches and promotions. I saw Zeb Heyman got promoted to junior high assistant principal.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that means DeSoto's looking for a head
They
basketball
are. It
coach.
posted. I think I saw it posted today. So
I have an idea who they might hire.
DeSoto's looking for a head coach.
I already know who they're hiring.
Oh well, it's good.
It's not Coach Davis.
That was my first person. I was
I was going to beat you to the punch.
Really?
No.
That's
Nope.
Could be scary. But nonetheless, we want to
be a
definitely
new apartment
condolences.
complex out there or something. Anyway, go ahead.
So
Miller's like, touching that one.
Nope, staying out of that one.
get out. I'm done. But that's a little bit about local sports. Anything else you guys want to add before we may go to a break here and come back and talk a little bit about professional sports?
I mean, it's going to rain next week.
Yes.
I don't think that
Hot
next
chance.
weekend.
I don't think Blair's sticking to the schedule that I looked
I
at.
don't
But
think he is.
Well, I am just making hey, you guys put me in charge. I'm making my
I
own
didn't
way.
put anyone in charge, dude. I just show up.
So
That's right.
You're like,
We're going to go to commercial.
hang on, before
But
we
I
do
looked
that.
at the agenda.
Put the music on,
Well,
will
you
you?
get out of here. You want to run the board, you run the board.
I done
So-
a lot better job than you did last week. Gosh, dang. It's terrible.
Oh, boy.
Man.
So much fun now.
I couldn't even watch it. Like, all I saw was your ugly face the whole time. You never went to anybody else.
What?
Yeah, it was terrible. Man, it was terrible. I don't know what the heck you did, but
Oh,
gosh,
boy.
it was terrible.
All right.
I don't know. Did you think? What do you think? Oh,
Jason
forgot.
will watch the show.
I forgot he didn't watch it back.
He didn't watch
it. He did.
No. That's
No,
okay.
Why would I watch something that I was a part of? I got it all right.
Yep, just move the CT stuff to the side. And there it is.
Da-da. Got it. Got it.
Okay. On that note.
Hey, this guy said we're going to commercial. Let's go,
I
board
guess.
master.
That's right. When the man
Board
speaks,
master?
listen.
Yeah, whatever you
Oh,
are.
boy.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
It's going to be so
Turn
much
it
fun
up.
messing with you
Turn
now.
it up.
Board master? I'm talking about the switchboard over there.
Okay.
You were tutelaged by the best.
Go ahead, Blair. Just send us off while you're at
You're
it.
watching the Coach's Box. Tune in. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
Oh, I thought you were almost going to make a mistake.
Whether it's residential or commercial, Home by SMCI has the right products for you. Global Plasma Solutions will attack your bacteria, mold, viruses, and even help with dust in your house. They install easily in less than 45 minutes, and it's invaluable for the rest of your life. If you're interested in any of the products they offer, give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Worried about planning for your financial future? Turn to the expert with 29 years of experience and give Brian Waits a call today. Brian Waits at Waits Financial Services specializes in investments, life insurance, retirement plans, tax planning, and even 401k rollovers. For more information, or if you just want to get a quote, call Brian at 314-374-6713 or email him at bwaits@woodburyfinancial.net. Wiley Agencies has 2 locations in Festus and Hillsborough to serve you. We offer home, auto, boat, motorcycle, business, life insurance, investments, and much more. We offer a customized approach unique to your situation to make sure you, your family, and assets are properly protected. We also offer great rates and savings. Give us a call today at 636-764-6294 for the Festus office or 636-333-9903 for the Hillsborough office to do an insurance review or just talk sports. If you don't have time to call, feel free to email Sean at seanwiley@allstate.com.
No time to eat in? No problem. Don't feel like cooking? We'll do it for you. Need wings for your party? TJ's Bar and Grill has got you covered. TJ's is a local mom and pop establishment in Peevely, Missouri, known for their own homemade pizza sauce, barbecue sauce, and their famous TJ's wing sauce. Open 7 days a week, they are family friendly, biker friendly, and locally owned. Come by or order by phone with your credit card at 636-475-3648. TJ's Bar and Grill. We're glad you stopped by.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let Kelly Kaufman move you. Kelly Kaufman of Real Living Gateway Real Estate brings a fresh approach with an honest, innovative, aggressive, and junk-free fee experience for all her customers. Whether you're a first-time buyer or an experienced seller, Kelly Kaufman has the tools to deliver the best client experience in the industry. Give Kelly a call today at 314-221-6090 and let her move you. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? If so, contact Stacy Miller at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Stacy works with first-time home buyers and savvy sellers. She also specializes in working with investors, lenders, and title companies. Stacy will be there every step of the way. Contact her today at 314-606-1007 or visit stacyzmiller.com. Emex Transportation is a proud sponsor of the Coach's Box. Emex, the trucking company of small business.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Coach's Box for our next segment. Hopefully it's not too off the rails. It probably will be though.
Not with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You're never off the rails.
Yeah. Anyway, just so you guys are aware, we are sponsored by La Pachanga Mexican Restaurant. If you're looking for some great Mexican food, come here to Herculaneum La Pachanga. They have all kinds of...
Brothers Pizza.
Brothers Pizza is legit.
Mexican fajitas.
You can get the Riley Blair Special.
Yes.
I'm not even sure how you pronounce it. We just say we want the Riley Blair Special.
That's right.
And they bring it out.
Yep, they do.
So if you ask for it, there's a good chance that, Riley will pay for your meal if he's here. Let's keep telling everybody that.
Never
Maybe
know.
they'll show up.
I wish we could get some people to show up and watch, and maybe I'll start doing that.
And people will heckle us.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that.
Anyway, if you're in the area, you're wanting some food, you can get takeout, call-in orders, La Pachanga Mexican Restaurant. It is the bomb diggity, as Jarvis would have said back in the early 90s. All right, so let's kick off the next segment.
If you are ever here and we're not live, and you take a picture of this and post it on the Coach's Box page,
with your face, like selfie
we
style.
will give you a shout-out on the next show.
Yeah.
So if you're here and you are not here during the show, and you take a picture of this and post it on our Coach's Box Facebook page, we'll give you a shout-out on the next show for coming in to La Pachanga and visiting our wonderful sponsors, Joel and his crew here, and we appreciate them for allowing us to come here every single week and do this show here.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten a couple text messages from people here
Yes,
while they were here.
Yes, I have.
We all, if you see us look away and do one of these, it's because somebody's walking by and they know us. Or it's
I'm
like,
talking
hey,
about,
it's our students. Or
I got a couple pictures of people in front of my
Yeah, in front of your face, and
with
what's
their
this? What's
fingers
this
up in the air.
apparently some of the kids at school have come across our TikToks, just so you know.
Oh,
I
good.
forgot to tell you that too.
Good stuff.
So, yeah, they think it's funny. I'm like, oh, it's great. Follow and share. Follow and share.
That's right.
Follow and share.
All right, Blair, let's get to the national sports. Zach's not here. You know what we can cover?
St. Louis Blues.
St. Louis Blues.
How about them? They clinched a playoff berth.
Clinched
playoff berth this week.
That's right.
And
They've won 9 in a row.
Yeah.
9 in a row.
That went to overtime in the one they lost.
And that was a good game,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Real good game against Boston. And that's the first time Boston had been back since Game 6 in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Dude, and their coach was fired up.
Well, I don't like him.
Yep.
He's quite he's quite the a-hole.
No, he's such a
Yeah, he
nice
is.
guy.
He's
What are
a
you
douche.
talking about?
He's a big-time douche.
I wasn't saying I liked him. I just knew that he was
Oh, well, yeah.
extra
that's-
fired up.
That's good. They should be. Every time they show up, it just brings it
Fuel.
to a whole nother level.
I'd agree.
But it was one of those. It looked like a playoff game the way it was played.
Hey,
So,
Coach Winkler, we don't allow people from Perryville up here to throw darts at anything. He said he throws darts at our banner before. That's what happens when you're from Perryville, I guess.
I don't see any holes, so you must not have done very well.
that
It must not have been very accurate.
Not great.
dart throwing and great officiating, all from Perryville.
Well, you saw what was good about it. There was no darts and great officiating, I guess.
I see no holes in that banner.
So they're almost on the same page.
So yeah, the Blues. Let's get back to it. The Blues.
How awesome has Tarasenko been lately?
We were talking
He has
about it.
been
We should
phenomenal.
trade him. We should get rid of him. We all probably about said the
Yes.
same thing.
No, I'm the one that said he would play all year, and you said I was crazy.
Okay, you're crazy. Maybe I'm crazy.
Do you not remember that?
I do remember that, you saying
I
that.
said he will be a Blue the entire season. You guys were all like, no way, they're going to trade him. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, they're not.
Well,
I don't think so.
Didn't trade him.
But I remember you saying that, though.
But dang right I said it.
I do remember
And you know what? Hey, good
He's
thing
been
they did.
great.
He's played really, really well. Now
Busevich or whatever.
He's been a
great.
spark,
Busevich.
which I think he's been a spark amongst his teammates.
I got
which
to tell you, I
is
think I think playing with Robert Thomas.
Oh,
yeah.
Robert Thomas is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But I got to
Totally.
say though, Tarasenko's defense in that overtime loss against Boston, he just lost his man. He just spun around and too late.
Yeah.
Should have been. You know how hard it is to play 3-on-3 hockey.
Oh, it's not easy.
3-on-3.
It's tough.
It is a wide open.
I mean, I've never
Wide
played it
open
before,
ice.
but I'm watching it. I mean,
It's intense.
They flat out got to get after
Do
it.
you like 3-on-3 overtime before the penalty shots, or do you like the sudden death, play until you freaking die? And then
I
somebody
want to play
scores?
until they freaking die.
Well,
I kind of like. There's part of me that likes the fast pace. Like, okay, hey, we're gonna get this. But at the same time, it's almost like you cheated the game because that game there should have been played till somebody scores in a regular 5-on-5 or power play situation.
power play opportunity, yeah.
Because that's real hockey.
Agreed.
And that would have been freaking great.
Well, and I also think
We're
that,
getting ready to have real hockey here soon.
I know.
gonna be
I
fun.
I would like to think that I talk with my hands a lot.
Yes.
Sorry, Coach.
Deep
But,
and wide.
Oh, good.
Sunday
Oh,
school, baby.
Yep.
Well, at least you listen to something. So
Man.
Judge not, lest you be judged.
Yeah.
I can't help it. This guy's on it tonight.
You have no idea how much worse it's going to be now.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Bring it on, buddy. Oh,
ahead.
look at that. He's put his hand on my shoulder. How nice of
Hey,
you. How
next
nice
thing you know,
of
we're gonna beat them.
Just
Beat 'em off.
Just beat this guy off.
Oh my gosh, that was the best episode ever.
Oh, but talking about the Blues.
Got
I
him
mean,
totally off
no, you
track
didn't.
here.
No, you didn't.
Distracted.
You
What about
talking
the goalie situation, man?
Well, I was getting to that, but the 5-on-5 thing, and considering a 3-on-3, I just don't know that the 3-on-3 would be the best test for a game that's battled down 1-1 or to overtime. I think it's silly to do that way. I think because you have teams that are the tough nosed teams are going to win typically, which is in favor of the Blues, and 90% of the time I'd say. But
Blues play both styles.
yeah, they do. I agree, but I don't think that it'd be the best for the game to go to 3-on-3.
Well, how about? I mean, they're not playing 3-on-3 in the playoffs.
No,
It's sudden death.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in the regular season.
I don't think it would
they
be
did
good.
it. They did it a few years ago, obviously, when they play back-to-backs and all the travel and stuff, and keep people fresh. Hell, let them play.
Yeah.
Let them play. You can play the whole game. You go to overtime. We'll just play. At least play one overtime period, and then go to
3 on.
Just go to
Penalties.
penalty shots. I would be okay with that
All right.
in the regular season. Now, in
Yeah.
the playoffs, you're gonna play till someone scores.
Yep. I don't care if you guys are all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it
Cramping or
4 in the
whatever.
morning? Deal with it. Play.
I'm watching.
I'm
Hey.
still.
Well,
I'm still. Well,
I might be asleep by then.
I've already dozed off and woke up a couple times. Probably more dozed
All
off.
right. Huso or Bennington?
You gotta go with whoever's hot.
I mean, they did that the year they won it.
That's right.
They played the hot hand for a while, then moved on to somebody else, then came back to him. So, I mean, I think you play the hot hand, and whoever's the hot.
Oh, it's Huso's gonna get the start.
Well, he's hot right now.
I mean,
He's the guy that you
Bennington
need.
has not played poorly lately.
No, he hasn't either. But I
I'm
think
just saying he's won a cup. I don't know. We'll see.
I go with Huso right now.
Oh, you got to go with Huso, but when do you pull the Bennington out if you have to?
I mean, if Huso sucks, then you just you
What if first game 7-0?
well, definitely
I would say so.
Okay.
But
can't go down 2-0.
I think at best you can only go 2 games.
Yeah.
He can only have 2 back-to-back bad games, and then you got to go. All right, I've got a guy who's proven.
All right, Benner, let's go.
Go ahead. Let's see
Ride
if
it
you
out.
got any magic. And if not, I mean, it's kind of like
So
maybe we
it's a
should have
good
kept Jake
problem.
Allen.
It's a good problem to have. It is.
Yeah,
You got 2 good goalies.
I would agree.
I hate the fact though that we signed Bennington to some money and some years,
Then
and then he's like not playing great.
he didn't play great early,
No,
for sure.
no, and but that's part of it. We've seen that many times with the other St. Louis team that we'll move on to now.
Pujols.
Yeah, buddy, that was awesome.
How many more has he got? We need to have like a little counter back
Is
here
it 19?
till free meal.
It's 19.
It's not. We don't care about the 700. We just want the free meal.
That's right.
What's
right.
the free meal? I forget.
He hits 700 this year. We get a free meal.
Yeah, from Tony Teague.
Don't, Jason.
Oh, yes.
Go, hey, go
Hey,
back and watch the shows and see because it's all right here.
All right. we're bringing it up. We're bringing up Cardinals. I heard something today on 101, and I thought it was excellent stuff. You got guys on this team. Their most favorite player ever is Albert Pujols.
Growing up, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you got to think of the age of a lot of our stars,
not old.
and then our ancient guys, the big three. And Molina was great after the game the other day.
Oh, was he ever?
I caught 9 innings. Waino makes a great play.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he
good.
just talks about the three of them. Pujols legs it out from first base.
That was hilarious.
Wait, for him to go from first to home and score on
that
a
was
triple.
hilarious. That was
Dude,
hilarious.
when he was rounding second going to third, it was getting rough. He was huffing.
Wait. You've played softball
What's the
after high
worst?
school,
I
right?
hate it.
And it's like, hey, you feel
Rough.
good out the gate, you get to first, and then you kind of get to second, and you're like, uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The worst thing about, the worst thing about the beer league softball is? You could go 4 innings and not run at all. And then you get up to bat and you whack one in the gap and you think you're going to leg it out to a triple and you're getting around first base and like, single. Single.
At best a double, and you might get thrown out.
Yes.
That brick wall hits you pretty hard.
So-
Core.
It's a fun team. And they were talking about how you have Arenado coming up to bat. He steps out. He looks over and there's freaking Albert is behind him.
I mean, it's
And it's like, man,
pitch to me.
I gotta perform. That's my idol over there,
Yeah.
and I gotta perform.
He even said it.
I think what's
It's such an awesome, dude. If you are a Cardinal fan, right now is awesome.
I mean, if you're
And
not
if you
a
don't
Cardinal
like it,
fan,
and if you don't like it, and you want to pull the bull crap of, oh, he screwed us, he left for money. Shut up.
yeah. If you're
He's
not, even
back.
if
I
you're
don't give
not
a
a
crap.
Cardinal fan, you got to love this, where these 3 guys are coming back and going to be their final year and they get to play together.
That's awesome.
Where they started at. I mean, to me, it's what the game's about.
It's
like,
Cardinal
it's
baseball.
what the game is
It's
about.
Cardinal baseball.
and
It is.
I think he hit on the head because, I mean, that's Arenado's idol, and that's a guy that I grew up watching, and I know Zach's talked about it obviously many times.
Oh, yeah.
That he's watched, and
Well, some of the greatest years of Cardinal
Oh, yeah.
baseball was with
right
Pujols.
there.
Yeah,
And so
we all were, watching that.
and that's the great thing about it is like, I hate throwing this at you, Jason, but when we were there at the game and he hits that home run,
Shut up.
God. Was
I
amazing.
get
it was
my invite.
so freaking
gosh.
awesome. Because I mean, it was like the little kid in me because
Get up,
I went and
get
watched
up,
him play,
Get up.
and it's you're like, oh,
No, I know. I'm like-
and then boom, hits a
I
home
have
run.
to go to a game. I was talking about this with Tara Lynn the other day. I was like, we have to take him to the game. I don't care if we only last a few innings. If he is sitting in the stands and pulls bats, I want to be able to tell him when he's 20.
Yeah.
You saw that guy play.
Yeah, the greatest.
You don't remember
One
it.
of the greatest ever.
One of the greatest Cardinals ever.
I agree.
And you got to see him play. It's such a good storyline,
Oh, it is.
and I just hope they don't piss in my Cheerios and not make the playoffs and do something special.
Well, I firmly believe that these guys are bought in. Like, am I already? Like, you can tell the atmosphere in the clubhouse is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I mean, they are pissed off at that Milwaukee in that 4th game of the series when they got beat. I mean, those guys were pissed off, and this is, 2nd week of the season, and they're pissed off. Like,
but it was like playoff baseball.
oh,
with the
but
Brewers.
that's what it's. I mean, that's why I think it's going to be like that all year. These guys are purely bought in now, and they want this to be the best. I mean, like
And
you said, I think
now-
it's because the whole
Well,
idol thing. Like,
okay, that's all. We're talking about all the great things. But we got O'Neal,
Struggling,
we got Goldschmidt, and
struggling,
we got DeYoung.
and he's terrible.
gone. See ya.
We got some people struggling. Now,
Carlson.
Goldschmidt, like they talked about this on, or who's the one? Oh, Zach's agenda when he said, or I guess it was him or Kevin. Oh, when do we start pushing the panic button?
Well,
You can't push the panic button on
Panic.
Goldie. Not on Goldie.
Goldie
He's
is
a slow starter.
slow starter.
But
every
DeYoung?
year. DeYoung, he is what he is.
Sosa hasn't got to play hardly at all.
Nope.
Why?
Put him in.
I thought you'd give him a chance, Burr. Now,
No,
what's
I
the
think-
young doing that?
You know what? I think I don't want to agree with Kevin or was it Zach? I hope
One of them
Either.
said that. Yeah, I think
Was
so.
it Kevin or Zach? Tell me.
I don't know.
I can't say I'm going to agree with it if it's
Just
Zach.
say it.
If it's Zach, I
Oh,
do not
good
fall
God,
forward.
get over it.
I don't fall forward. So, do you bring up a Gorman and slide Edmund over to
Let's see here.
I think it's
over
Kevin.
short? Okay, then I can go ahead with it. Even though he wants to talk about soccer.
If I want some offense right now, and there's a guy that's mashing, like Gorman's mashing in the minors, he's got to play. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, because you're worried about paying him because you start his clock, service
Correct.
time. That
the
is
wallet.
yeah, strikes again.
I hate the wallet.
I mean,
Wallet.
it's not like you're paying $30 million to the guy. You're just gonna start it. You're gonna start his clock, and you got a team that's re-energized by a youthful Albert.
Dude, he looks good.
He's hitting the ball.
He's smashing it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
That
and
home run
everybody,
was like 109, 110 velocity out of the
Oh.
stadium.
Who gives it? Who gives? It's
well, I
gone.
remember saying, I
It's
remember
too
them
high.
all. I remember them all saying after the opening day. I remember him after opening day. They were all like, "See, told you he didn't belong in the Cardinal uniform. Went over 5 with 4 strikeouts."
Who
or
are
whatever.
you around?
And I'm like, "What in
Communists?
the heck?" Well, at the game that day, people were like, "Well, we should
My
have never
God, this
signed
guy,
him for
Pepsi
2
Buddy gets to go to games all the
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry.
We should
Opening day.
Why on earth would we should sign that guy for that much money? Look what he's going to do for
You
us.
gotta stop hanging out where they
And
have
I'm
all
like-
the food and drinks for free because apparently these guys are sauced.
Well, they were sauced.
2.5 million, dude.
And I said,
That's like okay, that's like $1 bill in my wallet compared
To
you
the
know,
wallet.
the wallet, yes. But I mean, perfect example of you don't always base your decision off of one time. Like so many
I
people
still
do
think
that.
we need to get some pitching.
We definitely got to
need to
have
add
pitching.
some pitching.
We
at some
definitely
point.
got to have some pitching. I agree.
Well, if we don't, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be dead arm.
Yeah.
We're going to have dead arms.
That would be the only way that they don't
Come
have a
October.
good season.
Yeah, you have to have pitching. I said it before the season started. I couldn't believe with all these injuries, and you don't know what you got with Hudson. You don't know what now. Michaelis has been good.
Yeah, he's been hitting on.
He looks.
But
he
no-
looks like
Hudson looked
2018.
But
Agreed.
outside of Michaelis, I don't even think Wayno's went 7 yet, has he?
But I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to go off 7 all year. I don't
Who,
think they're gonna-
Michaelis?
No, no. I don't think they're going to put him more than 7 all year.
Okay, so you're
They
going to
will-
tell me
they
that
will if he's
you're
rolling.
going
But
to tell
if-
me
if he's
that
pitching-
Ali Marmol is going to go up to Wayno, who's got enough gas in the tank to keep going, and say, "Ball." He's going to get. Walk yourself right back there,
Wayno's
son.
6'7" ass is gonna go, dude. Sit down.
It-
Or wait a minute, Coach Molina is gonna go up there and go, Marmol, sit your butt down in the dugout.
he might not even make it out to the mound. Molina might just be like, I got it.
But I don't think that he'll go a lot more than many games over 7.
Dude,
Well, the only way I would agree with that is if we are having a lot of problems with keeping the pitching fresh, because, well,
if our bullpen,
His arm won't fall off. He's been long
he's
enough.
got a
doing
rubber arm.
it. He's been doing it long enough now. I don't think it's.
Well,
gonna
he's
matter,
not
but-
throwing very hard.
No,
he hasn't thrown
Dude,
very
I
hard.
know, that's what I'm
2-3
saying.
years.
Hey, now if you can just get some of those other ass clowns not to throw so dang hard,
blow their arms out all
and
the
that's
time.
it's dumb.
Hicks didn't pitch bad tonight, though.
No, he
No, but we lost 5-0.
didn't. Yeah, but
Not great.
well, here's the
I
other
wasn't
thing that
sold on the whole
here's the
Hicks.
other thing that I think of is
Start.
what I
I'm
worry is
still
going to
not.
happen is we're not going to have any pitching after the All-Star break because we're just going to be dead to the water because we're having no bullpen.
They'll bring up a couple of guys.
Well, our
Bring up
bullpen's
Libertor.
going to
We're going to bring up Libertor.
I think our bullpen's going to struggle later in the year because they're going to have
Our
so many damn
bullpen's
innings.
pretty nasty.
Might trade
Right
for
now.
somebody. We can trade Corey Dickerson for a
Well,
relief
I'd say
pitcher
just
right now.
I'd not say no, not him. Just get rid of freaking
What?
shortstop DeYoung, man. Find somebody. Get some big time.
DeYoung's got to be the whipping boy this year for us.
I think so.
He's going to be the Matt Carpenter of the coach's box.
That's for sure. Well, if you pick one guy out of the lineup who traditionally hasn't done well in the last couple of years and
They
is
keep
paid way
talk-
too much.
And they keep talking about his promise, and I'm just like, and Gorman is raking
Oh, yeah.
And he's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
What are we waiting
Put
on?
another lefty in that order. That's why they got Corey Dickerson, who's well past his prime.
Totally.
He's marginal. He did well when he was, with Tampa Bay?
But they're not going to get rid of him. They just signed him freaking 2 weeks before the season started.
Well, you can turn around and trade him.
They're not going to. They're not going
Haven't
to.
you watched Moneyball?
They're not going to.
Trade him.
The Wallet's not going to do that.
He can play first base.
The Wallet's going to do a lot of.
I'm talking about Hildebrand or whatever. He can play first base.
Tell him how easy it is to play first. It's extremely difficult.
He can play first. It's easy.
But I could also see
He can
us.
get on base.
I could
That's all
also
that
see us doing some little trading with Flaherty too.
I don't see that happening.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
I could see that happening.
You heard it here first, and you can make fun of him when it doesn't happen.
That's okay.
Not happening.
Go
Not
ahead.
happening.
Didn't make fun of me before, did you? It's
So
okay.
The only time I made fun of you is
we make fun of you all the time. Don't worry.
Beat him
so
off.
what's-
Beat him off.
beat him off.
Oh, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen that yet,
Yeah, put it up there.
you want to put it up there? You sure?
Yeah, I'm okay with it, man.
All right.
Oh my God.
It's already been live enough. It don't matter.
Well, I mean, we'll get it going here in a sec.
All right, good deal. I love
I
it.
know how much you want to see it. I don't know if it'll play.
Probably
We'll
won't.
see.
They had 250 steals and 250 home runs.
Yes.
So
Me and you, we got to beat him off. Out out. Get your mind out of it.
That's what you just said.
Yeah. You just said what? We got to beat him off. We got to beat him off.
I can't stop going once I've started. It stinks.
We got to beat him off.
I tried to let it go.
Oh my gosh, it's still good. I still laugh every time I see it, I swear.
I can't let it go. Just beat him off.
I'll never forget. I'm like, oh my God, who is watching right now? Because this.
Well, we just got kicked off Facebook at that point.
Oh man.
No, that was classic. That was classic.
My favorite episodes.
Just call it like you see it.
We called it all right.
Yeah, you can call it that
Oh,
way if you
my.
want, bro. I ain't calling it like that.
I just remember looking over like, the hell did he just say?
No, you scooted out the dang
And
camera.
then I looked at Jason and it was over. It was just completely over at that point.
Well, speaking of like commercials and TikToks and all this, I saw a missed call. Well, is it missed call, right?
It's missed calls.
Missed
Yeah,
calls.
missed calls, and I found it very interesting that
By the producer.
by the producer of the show, or whatever, the creator of the show,
Producer.
the mantra of the show,
That's a big word.
Uh,
I don't know
myth.
what the hell that means.
the myth, the legend,
Oh, stop.
Chris Miller.
Coach.
Too far.
Coach Miller, conference champ Coach Miller.
Oh, God.
So,
Two-time coach of the year.
Whatever.
I saw what you posted, and so I was trying to decipher it. So, you're saying if I started the Jarvis broadcast system,
Jarvis.
yeah,
Hey, you did say you wanted to do this when you retire one day.
that's no. I said I would love to do like be on the radio and just
Broadcast.
go to high school games and crap. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe his
But-
retirement job.
What I'm saying is,
That'd be about 2 years.
Let him finish.
if I go out and start the Jarvis the broadcasting system, should
JVS.
I charge the people that are advertising and then charge their fans also a paywall to watch said event?
Well, and my whole point behind it is this: there's a lot of different media outlets that have taken advantage of streaming services since COVID.
Yes.
And, whenever you're talking about when the radio comes and does our games and stuff like that, when you're listening to that, they have their advertisements. They have sponsors who do ads. So anytime there's a timeout, anytime there's halftime, anytime there's a break in
Yeah,
action,
he's reading it.
they're doing live reads.
Yeah.
It's like this second quarter is brought to you by this, that, or whatever. Well, that's great. But then if the radio would say, okay, well, to listen anymore, now you must pay $5. It's like riding the horse machine at Walmart.
Yeah.
Which, okay, well, I'm already on the horse. Let me just do it now. Nope, can't. That's
It's like
it.
when you're at the car wash and you need extended time, you gotta put more quarters in.
Put more quarters in.
Damn.
And I don't think it's okay. So and as I explained in the
So
video, that when we have COVID that hit and we have restrictions, like in Jefferson County and St. Louis County, like some schools that rely on that attendance to come to, say, basketball games.
Well, we only had we can only have 2 fans per kid or
Right.
whatever.
Well, that's money that wherever that money goes for the school, wherever it's used for, capital funds, whether it's to a program, whatever. Well, that money is lost. So a lot of schools began using paper. They would use a paywall to recoup that money because if you went to the game, you would pay to watch, right? You go and pay to watch just like you would. Okay. Well, now they're doing that to recoup the money. Okay, I get that at that time. Here's the problem. That's over with. We're back to full capacity and literally everywhere that's not crazy liberal. Sorry. Okay? So we have full capacity. Yeah. And we still have some of the same things happening where you're charging people to watch the game. And the problem is you're double dipping. You're making money off the sponsors because you're still doing it. It's different. If I put a banner up in the gym, and for the sponsor, I sell tires, great, and I have a banner in the gym, and I go and somebody's watching the game. Okay, they might see that banner a couple times. They're not really looking at it. But if I'm
Miller's House of Rubber.
I got a high five on that. That's good. I like that one. And so I'm not.
Tires. What were you thinking, bro?
Yeah, tires.
Yeah, weirdo.
Jeez.
Okay.
Gotta beat this guy off. So if there's nope.
Oh my God, no! A whole time low, Blair.
You guys gotta get away from me.
Oh my gosh, Blair!
You guys are the ones that went there, not me.
I don't know what
He's
you're
slobbering. It's still about
So I don't know if I can.
I don't know. Your thought is gone.
No, I got
hasn't
it. So if I'm looking at this band, it's not the same as if I'm watching the stream, and those advertisements are live reads, and you're getting to see that picture because you're watching the screen. So it's there in front of you. Why am I paying to watch something already that? And if I'm a sponsor, it's doubly worse. There's a double dip on me. But then at the same time, it's like, wait a minute, you're making this money. So there's all kinds of money that can be made from streaming sponsors for sporting events in high school sports. And even to the point where Misha TV, which I think sucks, and everybody, I don't know a lot of coaches who think that it's the greatest thing ever either, but now you got to do that too. And they're making money off sponsors.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
So my thought process on this whole thing is this, if I'm a sponsor, and I'm going to give you X amount of dollars. Let's just round it $100.
$1 million.
I'm going to give you $100.
Million.
I'm going to give you
That was a
$100.
movie reference by Jarvis. Just saying. Anyway, go ahead.
I am shocked.
If I give you $100 to sponsor, and I am expecting you to go out and show this, whatever it is, broadcast to your audience, which is roughly 5,000 people on an average, I would expect that I would get some return of investment off of that because of 5,000 people. Now, I go and pay $100, and then you put it behind a paywall, and now I only have 50 people because people don't want to pay $10 to watch something, that broadcast that they could, not necessarily want to watch and pay $10 for 2 hours of show or whatever.
Scott Meyer said Mission TV sucked this year for
yes,
sure.
Yes, it did.
But so now I've given you $100 for 5 people. What return on investment am I getting out of that as a sponsor?
Well, yeah, because now.
So why would I want to do that?
I'm paying you $100 for my sponsorship, and then you only got 5 people willing to pay the firewall or the paywall. Sorry.
Paywall,
firewall.
Same difference.
Paywall. So now my $100 sponsorship is going to be seen by 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay, what if the 5 people, maybe I'm SMCI, and the 5 people, 2 of them are air-conditioned guys.
No, or 2 of them live in California and 1 of them lives in Kansas. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to even.
So now you're not only paying $100 for nothing. You're paying for nothing.
Yeah, you're giving that money away.
And then you're having to pay for your family to watch the gosh dang game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
you yourself are as a sponsor still got to pay that $10.
That's what I'm saying.
And and this is something that I believe Scoots with Danny Mack. I know Dan McLaughlin is big, like St. Louis STL today. I mean, they put a lot of stuff behind a paywall.
Correct.
Zach and I were talking about this today because he was talking to me about it, and he said that if you go to SEMO Ball and you want to read the forums and you want to look at some of the articles and stuff, you gotta pay for it.
Pay for it.
Is SEMO Ball pay now too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm ticked off at the Post Dispatch now. So they want me to pay. I'm like, no, I'm not paying, dude.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah,
I go to CBS
and I get it. There's these places. These places are trying. They're businesses.
Sure they
They're
are.
looking for. They're looking for to make money.
Get it.
But here's the thing. You get money from businesses with sponsorships when you're the media. Just like, and I use this example. We might as well be a little bit of the media, even though we don't. We're just entertainment.
You're right.
But we are talking about local sports.
Are you entertained?
Zach's not. But
not yet.
He would if everyone was on steroids. But go ahead.
That's true.
Sure.
But
how does that guy, who's against everything else,
this is true.
he wants to fall forward, but then he
Fall
wants people
forward,
to,
don't cuss, and do steroids.
How many people that do steroids? I mean, have you ever seen the program? You lost your bonnet. Yes. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Way off track.
Jarvis just derailed this entire conversation.
That's why I'm here.
Derailed.
That's what I'm here for.
Off the rails.
So it's you have that same thing. Like you can make money through sponsors. Just like that's what I mean for us to put some of this equipment together. We get sponsorship money. I mean, we're not putting anything behind a paywall. No. That's why we said it's free. We want you guys to be able to listen to it.
Hey, we pay for our meals here every time we come to La Pachanga.
That's right.
I'm about $40 in
Already.
every time we have a show.
Already.
Every time we have a show.
We hadn't even got to the first break. Take a break yet.
Jarvis loses money by doing the coach's box. So that tells you my dedication. And I only mess when a baby's sick or something, you know.
But I think the biggest part of that, what you're saying, is when you as a sponsor or you as an individual wants to watch a broadcast, and I will say that COVID really hurt live streaming of anything, but I also think it helped live streaming of anything, and I don't think that we're utilizing
this show kind of took off because of COVID.
Oh, absolutely it did.
Thank you, COVID.
Absolutely
yes,
it did.
COVID.
China virus, thank you.
But, I just get frustrated with, point of you can't go and watch a broadcast without paying for it, like for anything anymore. Like you can't find anything on the internet without paying for it. But like, if I want to go watch a broadcast of a game down south, I got to go pay for it.
So like I finally broke down and I'm paying $7.99 a month to read The Athletic.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. But they got good crap on there.
I agree.
And I was like, Athletic, STL, Athletic. Nope, I'm going to go Athletic.
I agree, and it sucks. Like it just defeats the purpose.
But again, when you're a media outlet, there's so much money to be made with sponsorships. Just go out and hustle. It's not that hard.
You mean like go out and do Instacart, DoorDash?
Well, yeah. I mean,
how many people have? I mean, let's just be honest. Like us four guys that put this together, and we got Coach Duncan has done a phenomenal job of helping us out with sponsorships and going out and talking to businesses. But it's not like it's our normal day job that we're going out here and pushing this. We're doing this because we want to provide entertainment, provide fun, provide something for you guys.
We enjoy hanging out once a week. But
the point of it I'm trying to make is like when we go out and enjoy ourselves and we go out and watch these and do these things, we're doing it because we enjoyed bullshitting with each other, right?
We love
you can't
sports.
say that on this show anymore.
Sorry, it's not a family show.
On this show, you can
My
say
apologies. My
You
apologies.
used to not be able to say that on
Well,
the
now
show.
that means I have to go on Apple and mark that there's explicit language.
Right.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't yet.
Oh, we're
But
good.
like, I get frustrated because like I'm a firm believer that as far as this show goes, I mean, we don't. Our sponsorship pays for this, pays for these, pays for that. We don't make a dime off of any of this. Like,
No.
we're not here to make money off of our sponsors. We're here to provide for our viewers.
Well, in the games
for
we've
better.
done, we haven't.
I mean, yeah, we haven't.
We didn't do it to make money.
No.
Oh, and just so everybody knows,
Provided for the kids.
A little plug right here. Ours is $25 for the first month, and then $15 a month after that. I mean, you can't beat that at Walmart. Okay, not a bit. But
And if you've seen, we're averaging over 1,000 views every show.
Every week.
2,300 last week.
Dang.
Yeah.
It wasn't that high when I left.
I know. It's
I was like,
all of our closet watchers.
Hi, Bruce.
Brucey.
I love when his wife's name
Pops
comes up
up
on
on my
here.
phone.
Well, we're on YouTube now, so you can check it out there. But but to your point, we don't charge a lot.
Right.
Now, for people who are trying to make money and this is your livelihood and this is your business and you're trying to pay your
Totally
employees,
get it.
there's a lot. Oh, hell, the leader. Let's talk about the leader.
Oh.
Where does the leader make all of its money at?
Blah, blah, blah.
Advertisements. Because I know that I don't pay for a subscription and nobody else does either. Unfortunately, the leader is my best example of this.
Yes.
As crazy as that sounds,
That's so true, though.
the
So
Jefferson County leader is the best example of here's your free media
Well,
outlet.
And you have to pay to like put ads on, like, or if your like group wants something put in the paper, you got to
Yeah.
pay for it. So
Yeah.
that's how they make their money.
Well, and that's how that's how the streaming services could do the same thing. I don't like pay-per-view in high school sports. I really don't.
No,
I think it's a terrible idea.
it's awful.
And even Misha TV, hell, you used to be able to watch the Missouri State Championships on Fox Sports Midwest.
Somebody's hearting and loving our stuff a bunch.
Oh, that's good. Keep loving and sharing it. If you love it that much, share it.
Thank you very much.
I don't know who it is, but
Who keep
I don't know.
Somebody's watching.
Kevin? We know it ain't Zach. We've made fun of him too much.
But that's what that was the point behind it, and that's I it's something that it's kind of been on my mind about, so I just felt like, hey, I think that's something that we missed. But I think now's a good time as any to kind of go to a break.
Yes.
Good, because I'm going potty.
But,
Well, thanks, Jason. Thanks for letting us all know that.
I tell you, before we go to a real quick break, Coach, the reason why we talk about this stuff is the most important thing about the reason why we do this is, we enjoy just being around each other. But more importantly, we enjoy, hopefully, that you guys get a little bit of comic relief out of our crazy silliness, and we just like to talk about sports. So, if you're a business or just maybe an individual that just wants to, support our show and what we do and try to help provide, we want to definitely pursue some other avenues as far as providing for our community, and I feel like that's something that we want to head down towards in the future. If you're a business or a sponsor and you want to basically help sponsor our show, I mean, $25 for the first month, $15 after that. For $190, you can sponsor our show for an entire year, and that, to me, that's pretty efficient money.
I would say so.
When you average, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 on a minimum every week of viewerships, not including the broadcast that maybe we do or the special stuff that we do periodically here and there. So, if you're out there and you want to do it, reach out to us. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. We'd love to put your business or your individual name out there and highlight you, because we definitely would appreciate that. We want to bring more things to you, and we can't do that without a simple $25 sponsorship for the first month, $15 after that, to provide more opportunities for our local community to give back to our kids, our school districts, and that kind of thing. That's the reason why we're all here.
We were going on break.
Well, we were, but I had a little bit.
Did you play the music, dude?
He is. He's been playing
Still
on
playing.
me for 20 minutes, But
I come back and he's still talking.
I am. Well, you are watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
You have been watching, whatever.
Whether it's residential or commercial, Home by SMCI has the right products for you. Global Plasma Solutions will attack your bacteria, mold, viruses, and even help with dust in your house. They install easily in less than 45 minutes, and it's invaluable for the rest of your life. If you're interested in any of the products they offer, give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Worried about planning for your financial future? Turn to the expert with 29 years of experience and give Brian Waits a call today. Brian Waits at Waits Financial Services specializes in investments, life insurance, retirement plans, tax planning, and even 401k rollovers. For more information, or if you just want to get a quote, call Brian at 314-374-6713 or email him at bwaits@woodburyfinancial.net. Wiley Agencies has 2 locations in Festus and Hillsborough to serve you. We offer home, auto, boat, motorcycle, business, life insurance, investments, and much more. We offer a customized approach unique to your situation to make sure you, your family, and assets are properly protected. We also offer great rates and savings. Give us a call today at 636-764-6294 for the Festus office or 636-333-9903 for the Hillsborough office to do an insurance review or just talk sports. If you don't have time to call, feel free to email Sean at seanwiley@allstate.com.
No time to eat in? No problem. Don't feel like cooking? We'll do it for you. Need wings for your party? TJ's Bar and Grill has got you covered. TJ's is a local mom and pop establishment in Peevely, Missouri, known for their own homemade pizza sauce, barbecue sauce, and their famous TJ's wing sauce. Open 7 days a week, they are family friendly, biker friendly, and locally owned. Come by or order by phone with your credit card at 636-475-3648. TJ's Bar and Grill. We're glad you stopped by.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let Kelly Kaufman move you. Kelly Kaufman of Real Living Gateway Real Estate brings a fresh approach with an honest, innovative, aggressive, and junk-free fee experience for all her customers. Whether you're a first-time buyer or an experienced seller, Kelly Kaufman has the tools to deliver the best client experience in the industry. Give Kelly a call today at 314-221-6090 and let her move you. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? If so, contact Stacy Miller at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Stacy works with first-time home buyers and savvy sellers. She also specializes in working with investors, lenders, and title companies. Stacy will be there every step of the way. Contact her today at 314-606-1007 or visit stacyzmiller.com. Emex Transportation is a proud sponsor of the Coach's Box. Emex, the trucking company of small business.
All right, everybody. Welcome to our last segment of the Coach's Box. You're watching episode 104. Somehow we've been managed not to get kicked off of Facebook and YouTube after doing this 104 times. So that tells you right now that nobody watches. But if you are watching this episode, and one of our great sponsors is Herculaneum La Pachanga. If you're looking for some great Mexican food, come to Herculaneum La Pachanga. They have all kinds of great food. They have specials. They have great drink specials. You can call in, get your order to go, and you can get it here and take a picture of our banner here in the background and send it here to our Facebook page. And, you know, if Riley's in here, which he usually is because he's like the mayor of Herculaneum and probably owns stock in this this restaurant, but you can, he might even buy you a drink. You never know. He's just a giving guy, especially after he's been here for a while. Is that a fair assessment, Blair?
Never. Never.
And we're back on. So anyway, so if you are interested in dining out and having some great Mexican food, Herculaneum La Pachanga is a place for you. So real quick before we move on to our next, our last segment, excuse me. I'm not even sure what it is at this point because Zach's not here to guide the ship. But this is another one of our TikTok videos if it'll play here.
TikTok.
it's just like that.
99.1.
Jason's not even, he don't even know what's going on right now.
Ticked off because I can't find it.
After hours, Coach's Box. But anyway, here's one of our
What mode?
Oh man, that was, again, that's one of the reasons, many reasons why we don't do trivia anymore.
Oh my gosh.
That was good. I have no idea what you were thinking.
Gay.
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 Marvin, gay.
Oh my gosh.
And then Stevie Wonder. And hey, and for all the times that McVey pissed and moaned about not answering the trivia questions right, he picked Stevie Wonder.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Pick the blind guy, tried out for a football team. Yeah.
He did. You're right. He did.
Yeah, so he deserved to lose. What a loser.
All right. So
yeah, what's our next topic?
I think we talk a little bit about this transfer portal. I think it's a good topic. And, you know, I mean, I think it's benefited Mizzou a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Mizzou's got some pretty solid transfers that I think it's going to be very beneficial for the program. I mean, I know that they stole a Southern Illinois native. Was the
Did they really steal him, though?
The head coach at John A. Logan College over there in Marion, Illinois. Actually, Crab Orchard, but in that area. But you know, they stole their coach. He's going to be an assistant, Kyle Smith-Peters.
Can you steal a coach?
Yeah, well, I think he did. He was, I mean, they were really, really solid this year, the JUCO over there at John A. Logan College. And Kyle Smith-Peters is now going to be one of the assistants under Coach Gates there. And he was a long-time great player at Harrisburg, and his family runs into a big, long line of great basketball players and great basketball coaches.
Illinois stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to be the assistant coach at Mizzou. So one of the quality Southern Illinois guys, Kyle Smith-Peters.
So he came across the river.
Yeah, he's coming across. Yeah, he's smartened up kind of like me a little bit. So
where's Jerry Collins going to end up?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I still hate to see that.
I did too. I did too, for the simple fact of all that. I thought that was
the way that Ford talked about him during the year, and
I know
the greatest point guard in the nation is what he called him. And now he's not going to be. Now, if he goes to Mizzou, I'll be okay with it.
I would agree with that, but I don't know that. I mean, He might end up going there. That's a crazy
So do you
thing.
think maybe some of these coaches, like Jay Wright and some of these others, are just getting tired?
Well,
I mean, this has added so much more to them.
I think it's tremendously changed. I mean, well, you heard.
You're not only having to recruit new players, you have to recruit to keep the players you already have.
Well, I listened to Coach K's banquet speech. I don't know if you guys listened to it, but I listened to it yesterday.
Surprised Coach K wasn't a speaker at the girls' banquet, anyway.
But I listened to his speech, and he talked about how between last year when they were, just right at 500 and struggled mightily the year before, and and then last year they brought in those guys, and they said, we had 5 freshmen that didn't really get to be on campus because of COVID, and they didn't have this, and then we had on top of it the transfer portal that we were not going to take a part of. We were going to recruit our kids, who we were going to recruit. We would keep the guys we had. We were going to do this. If somebody left and decided to leave, we weren't going to go to the portal. We were going to stay with who we had. And the process that they said they brought in their freshmen that were freshmen last year in the month of June. They brought the 4 of them in, and they stayed in a dorm. The 4 of those guys and the coaching staff stayed in a dorm and experienced what it was like to be a Duke.
Where is this at?
At Duke.
Yep.
A Duke student in June stayed on the campus and stayed in this dorm and was able to watch it and be a part of it. And he's like, it totally changed, I think, our season this year because those kids learned what it was like to be a Duke Blue Devil. And I think that, to me, is the whole purpose of this whole process. And I don't think that you see that as much anymore as you used to. But I think the transfer portal has really put a big damper on coaches. I mean, never know who you're going to keep, who you're going to get, who's going to leave, and who's going to go where.
SLU is going to be a top 25 team with Yuri Collins back, and with the other guy that was injured coming back.
I would agree.
And I don't know. I'm not sure I'm sold on this whole portal thing. And I don't know if you guys read it or not in our chat, but I brought up J.R. Smith, former NBA basketball player who now is playing college golf and has a likeness deal.
Wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
I mean,
Well, you got to make some money.
I guess he was broke, maybe. I don't know. But
Had to be.
Yeah, hey, so you're broke, you go back to college. Where the government's trying to end student loans. But some people are so broke that they go back to college to make money.
They'll end them right when I have mine completely paid off.
God, look.
Sure.
I've benefited a little bit from a little bit of the loan forgiveness part.
I haven't.
Well, I taught at Grandview.
Well, we're a school that I applied, and for some reason I couldn't get it.
You didn't fill the bubble out right.
Well, I filled it out right. Now they said I need to reapply because the rules have changed. I'm like,
But
just forgive me.
So let's look at this transfer portal. Do you think that it has hurt college sports or helped it?
I think it's just changed it. Because it's been
drastically
good.
changed.
It's been good in some cases. It's been bad in others. For our Cinderella teams that have some guys who might be who still have some eligibility left. Well, they're going to get picked apart.
Sure they are.
And especially with NIL and things like that. So either you're going to go pro, you're getting vultured by pros, by pro scouts and people telling you you're going to be a lottery pick, or you're going to turn around and have the opportunity to go to the transfer portal. And at the same time, those schools can now be the beneficiary of the portal as well. So it's not always going to be bad, and it's not always going to be good.
Yeah.
I think it's just changed it. It's changed that, and as Kevin said about NIL money, name, image, likeness, is that those two work hand in hand.
Agreed.
Because there you go. That's how it's going to work. So if I want to keep playing college sports, I need to go somewhere where I can get an NIL deal. Because a lot of guys go pro because they need the money because they come from underprivileged families and things. I get that.
Has this changed the way coaches recruit.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
We
I
talked about
was
that
just
last
talking
week.
about it.
Oh, you weren't here.
And they have to not only recruit future players, they have to recruit their own players just to keep them there. And I think it completely changes how you coach.
Oh,
So I have you say, Blair, you're my top recruit. You're my number one dude. You're my point guard. You're our best player.
Number one dude.
But I got to be hard on you to get what I need out of you, right? And so I push you to the limits, and you say, well, you know what? F Coach Jarvis. I'm going over here where I can be a point guard, and maybe the coach will be nicer to me. And so I think it's going to change a lot of things with that.
Well, I personally do
I mean, look
not
at the
like
guy
it.
from Mizzou. He's getting ready to go to his third school.
Yeah.
Third.
It's made available for him. And what I don't like about it, and I think that it takes away from the game, is it takes away from where if you're a high school senior and you're trying to decide between 3 or 4 different schools, it takes that completely out of the game now. I can go pick, I'm going to go to Duke. And then, next year I'm going to go to Kentucky. Next year I'm going to go to
But they got to take you, too.
North Carolina. Well, if they were in the running, those 4 guys were in the running, I mean, they're not going to turn you down.
You never know.
They ain't going to turn you down.
Well, it depends
Not
how
nowadays.
On a blue chip guy, that's different. But if you're that good, you're already going pro.
Well, maybe.
And that's just.
And then the other thing is you look at the guy, like this guy from West Virginia that went to Kentucky. He was an average player at West Virginia and was a stud at Kentucky and really brought changed the whole perspective of having a guy that had experience come back. And now as far as, a coach goes, now he's coming back for one more year. What do you put around him? Like, do you go out and recruit high school seniors, or do you go out and recruit from the transfer portal? Do you go out and say, "I'm going
like the volleyball coach"?
Cut them all.
Cut them all.
If you look at what we talked about this last week. Again, you weren't here.
I know. I listened though.
Deion Sanders. I mean, you're going to go to if I'm a new guy, I'm going to the transfer portal. If I've been there, I'm going to do both. But again, why do I want a kid who's not necessarily
wants to be there?
Well, first of all, he wants to be there. I'm talking about why do I want a kid though who's maybe a 3-star recruit who's who's going to be a freshman who's not experienced. I can go get a junior who's ready to play right now, who's played, got some experience.
Like JUCO, one of the JUCO players of the year or something, like Mizzou did.
Yeah, there you go. Why not just go and get those guys? So the transfer portal opens this thing up. It's free agency.
And if you're a good recruiter, and if you're good at recruiting, and you're good at talking, and you can get these guys to buy into what you're selling.
But do you think this now? I'm going to go off of that and say, do you think this is the new way for high school sports within the next 3 years?
No.
With open enrollment.
Open enrollment has to happen first, and I don't think it could go either way. Like it could happen tomorrow, but I don't think it will.
I worry that it's going to happen, and I hate that it's going to happen because I think it takes high school sports completely out of the picture.
It only affects 2%.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, let's look at it like this. So, if people who are open enrollment, if you're that close to another school, you're going to have a certain percentage of kids and their parents are going to move them to another school. And let's just we'll use this area between Herculaneum, Crystal City, Festus, R7, St. Pius. That's pretty much anywhere further than that. There's not really. You have to drive a little bit to go to another school.
Right.
So you're going to have some students who are going to say, "Okay, I'm going to switch schools because I don't have to worry about the lines anymore." Then you're going to have some kids who are going to switch based on, and some of those kids are going to be, it's going to be on education. Then the next group is going to be on athletics. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a bunch. You're not going to have 50% of your kids leave the school.
I mean, so if I'm somewhere like Festus, Look at our baseball field. Look at our football field. Now the gym sucks, but the baseball field's phenomenal.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Football field's phenomenal.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
are we going to lose? I mean,
Day.
but here's
what
the thing.
What do we got? What we gonna? It's like that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
glad you said it and not me.
But it's the truth. I mean, you look at their facilities, you look at our facilities, you look at. I mean, let's just say your facilities compared to Festus. It's what is enticing those kids to want to go to that place, and at what point does that change? Also, if I'm in the college ranks, the same concept. If I'm a high school student and I know that this high school, I may want to play at the next level, and I know this high school team's going to have success. I'm going to go there because I'm going to get my name out there because I'm going to be playing possibly in the Final Four and have a chance to play in a Final Four and get my name out there to make my better chance for me to get it.
But you can. There's only so many roster spots. At the end of the day,
You ain't gonna tell me that some stud comes into your building,
Okay.
and you say,
All right.
"Heck no, I ain't taking you. You're out of here.
all right,
Get out of here."
Hey, how many years have you taught?
Not enough.
Do you know a lot of really good coaches who didn't get brought back for their coaching jobs this year, Jason? Have you read
I
most
saw
sports
that.
and
Yeah,
seen
I've
some of
been
these
seeing that.
some of these guys who've had a lot of success? They're not coming back. Which you're not. You're saying these studs coming from another school, and you're going to take the board president's son's playing time away? No.
That's the difference.
There you go. So I'd love to have him. And that's not always the case.
But I agree.
But what people aren't when you say open enrollment, they're just thinking, "Oh my gosh, here we go. The floodgate's going to open. They're all going to flock to the one school that's got everything," as you just said. Well, here's the problem.
I don't think it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen like that. And there's so many factors that play into it. First
well,
off,
it's not
the
going to.
politics.
I get what he's saying. I mean, so okay, let's just take. I mean. So Festus is eventually probably going to build a new gym at some point.
It's happening.
Ron Rhodes says
He
Festus
said
is
it's
building a new
Yeah.
gym.
So, but okay, you look at Festus and they already have Armad, right? Who's point guard, right?
Yep.
So if you're a stud point guard, and you're going to be a senior next year. Are you going to want to go to Festus?
Nope.
I would.
Why? You're not going to get to play at point guard.
Right.
So,
And I get that. But if I'm let's just say that I'm a star player, but I'm not a point guard.
okay.
Any place else.
And
Where am I going to go?
okay, so where's that guy at? If we're talking about Jefferson County. Where's that guy at?
Let's just say he's a Herky.
All right.
Let's say he's a Herky. And he
You play a
decides,
lot of what ifs.
I'm going to go there because, one, their facilities. Two, they're going to be pretty damn good. They got a hell of a point guard that's coming back.
For 1 year.
Okay, so my
You got a
point,
hell of a point guard coming back too.
I totally agree with you. But I'm just hypothetically saying that concept.
Co-MVP.
So you look at the whole overall connection of it. I firmly believe that open enrollment is going to absolutely kill high school sports.
I don't think it'll kill it.
Oh, it's going to kill it.
I think
People are already going where they want to anyway.
that's exactly right. If they have
What do you
the
mean?
means-
Blah, 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 blah.
That is a true statement.
It's a freaking true statement. I mean,
and
I'll-
Coach Rhodes says
I'll even
Pius
put-
don't have a board, so they don't have to control anybody. They can play whoever they want.
No,
Coach Rhodes said that.
I do play whoever I want.
I play whoever I want.
I'm just.
I play who's going to make me win basketball games. I don't
But
care who you're related
You're
to.
you're only talking
That's
about
what we
a
should do as
certain
coaches.
percentage of kids that are this is gonna affect. You're gonna have people who are gonna move for literally academics. Your school isn't very good academically. This one is. I'm gonna go there. I have the ability to do that now. I don't have to worry about staying. I don't worry about the lines are dumb. I don't care.
I think
I'll go
the
wherever I
academic
want to
stuff's going
go.
to be out the window. It's not going to be about academics.
There's plenty of people who go to schools based on academics.
I'm not going to say you are wrong, but I'm going
I
to tell you
know
that
this.
when it's open enrollment side of it, I know you know this. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
But
That's
but
what people
my
are
point,
coached to
ACT
say.
scores.
my point to that is
If they open enroll for anybody to go anywhere, people are not going to move schools 5 miles up the road for academics. They're going to move 5 miles up the road because they have a better chance for their kids to be athletic.
Okay,
if they're an
so
athletic
you're telling
student.
me if I live, let's see, I'm going to try to think of some
Oh,
and
man.
how am I going to say this without offending someone?
You somewhere else in the state.
Okay, so I'm at,
Father told him.
no, say I'm at Fayette, Missouri.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
You know where that's at, Blair?
I got
We'll get a map later.
I got Boonville, right, not far away, right?
Boonville's not very far.
No,
15 minutes?
yeah, maybe. And Boonville's a lot bigger school.
Yep,
Probably has better facilities.
they do.
And everything else, right? And I'm a decent basketball player, and the academics are better there. I got more choices in classes, and blah, blah, blah. Screw it, I'm just going to go to Boonville. Why do I got to stay here in Fayette? So some of your rural schools,
Struggle.
I mean, it may cause some schools to struggle.
But it's not going to be.
But if
because
I'm not a
academics.
star player and I just make that decision, I'm going to go to Boonville. I might be the 10th guy on the team. Or at Fayette, I was the one. I was the dude.
But to prove that your point wrong, we have kids who live literally just about in South County. Went to St. Mary Margaret or wherever. They could have went to Vianney, which is just right over the road.
Right.
They could have went to all those other schools are right there. Why do they drive all the way to St. Pius?
I mean, I don't know.
And they don't even play sports.
I don't even ask.
They don't play sports.
Oh.
I want to reiterate that they don't play sports.
But this is just one.
So-
this
Back
is
to
now.
This is not the St. Pius coach's box. This is the coach's box.
This is
what I'm saying. But
I'm
we're talking about
saying
the open enrollment, and your
this is
point
now.
is that they're not going to drive 5 miles up the road for academics.
5 miles, no.
You're out of your mind. It's further to go. It's from Herky to Festus right now, down 55. How long is it?
I per se it's perfectly seen now
3.
where.
So let's go on up the road and go to Imperial. We got a lot of kids who went to Windsor who don't play sports.
Let me ask you this.
I mean,
Let me
both
ask you
my
this.
kids have over a 4.0.
Let me ask you this, though,
No,
Coach.
I want to point. Both my kids have over 4.0, and I think if they were at Pius, they'd have over 4.0. I
Doesn't
think
matter
if they were
where
at
they're at.
Festus,
Doesn't matter.
So I don't know that per se. That
Okay, so Festus has the top. Look, let's use Festus. I don't even say about Pius. Festus is by data that's thrown out about test scores. They have the best scores in the county for, and that, not ACT, but for other tests, EOCs, all that other stuff.
I don't know if you've been looking recently, bud.
Hey, okay, they're traditionally
Turkey's scores have been very, very high.
they have very good scores.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that if I live, let's just say I live in Hillsboro's district on A Highway, right off A Highway, but now I can just go to Festus, which isn't that far.
Probably closer.
Why wouldn't I just do that? And that's further than 5 miles.
Probably not.
Your argument is 100% invalid.
Your argument's 100%.
No, it's not. People do that.
Now, yes, you're right. They do.
And they're going to do it if it's open enrollment too.
But I think you're
You
going
don't
to
have
see
to pay
more.
tuition to go to these schools now.
Well, because
Then it'll be done more. I mean,
it's just going to be done a lot more because it's going to be open and
But
available.
it's
Nobody's going to do it behind the scenes and behind your back and not tell
it's
people
not going
about
to. It's
it.
not going to affect.
Somebody's not going to use an address that
We're
somebody
not,
doesn't
we're
live
not
at.
talking
listen.
50% of the
listen,
kids
this
moving.
crap ain't happening, so I don't care.
I hope it never happens.
I hope it never happens.
I hope
Probably
it
will.
never
Well,
happens.
the Blues are already losing 1-0. Ain't a night
That's
for
all
St.
right.
Louis sports.
But
So
my point to the whole
my
open enrollment and transfer portal is
I'm going
I
to pull
think
Kyrie Irving and just go like this.
But the transfer portal, I think, is the way of the future when it comes to what high school academics
'Cause
and
that's what I
athletics are
want
going
to
to be.
talk about next, man.
I think it's going to be happening. I think it really is. I think you're going to see the open enrollment just be just like the transfer portal is at the college level right now. You're going to see people go to places because that's what they can do. It's available
They
for them.
already do it.
Yeah, they do it secretly. Now they're going to do it publicly and let everybody
You're
know
telling
about it.
me the Worley twins secretly moved to Hillsboro?
Well, I don't know. I'm
They didn't secretly move to
supposedly.
Hillsboro.
Supposedly.
It wasn't secret. Everyone knew they moved.
Well, I know they'd move. But they don't have to move now. With this, they don't have to move. They can still live there and go there.
I know families, I'm not going to mention names, but one brother went to Festus, one went to DeSoto.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That's before what you're saying, open enrollment.
I sure did.
Brothers, same family.
I know. I know, totally know this family. And I totally agree with it. But
so
I think it's changing
people are
more.
already doing it.
But now they can do it,
Sorry,
and nobody's
I'm
going to
banging on
say a dang word. Because it's available, and it's
well,
open for you.
obviously, no one said a word. They all got to go transfer and play.
Yeah, well.
Come on, dude. I had people that drove from Crystal to Festus every day for school when I was in high school.
Well, sure. That was open when it was available for you, right? Because our
What do you
7 wasn't
mean?
open
It
yet?
wasn't open. You couldn't live in Crystal and go to Festus. You should have been going to Crystal. It happens all the time, Blair.
I didn't say it didn't, but all I'm saying
I
is
don't
I think
it's
more
going to
optional.
make it that big of a difference.
Oh, boy.
If a kid wants to move to a school, another school,
I think it's
bad
gonna be a
enough they
huge
do
difference.
it.
I think it's going to make a huge difference, but that's my personal opinion.
All right, let's move on to our last topic.
Sure.
I know Jarvis wants to.
Well, I want to talk about the NBA because, whoa, Kyrie flipping off all Boston fans behind his back. I mean,
That was
what'd y'all think about
insane.
that?
He's nuts.
Well, I mean,
We got a lot of fan interaction here with NBA players. You know, have a thick skin. Just deal with it. Everybody's a little too sensitive nowadays. I've been called a lot of things by fans in the stands. I've had kids heckle me while I've been coaching,
I can't.
even in the district championship game, mind you.
I know.
And
This is coming from the guy whose assistant changed his shirt to sit behind a team while they
In
were
the
playing
semifinals.
In a semifinal game. Come on.
well, he did that on his own.
Oh.
Sounds
Right.
like very, you know, had
With this phone
ambition.
recorder
I just think that they just need to, you know, grow a pair. Stop being so sensitive.
But, okay. I can see that.
on. So they all
Disagree?
just grow a pair?
I'm not going to disagree or agree.
So what if they're up there talking about your wife?
Well, that happens, I'm sure, all the time.
I mean, like, I'm Kyrie Irving. I don't know if he's married. I don't even know. They're up there saying, man, your wife fine. Woo, saw her on Instagram.
I'm sure that happens.
Da, da, da.
Well, wait. If you're on Instagram, that's a public place.
It's true, so that's anybody can be aware of that. I mean,
There you go. It's kind of like
I don't know. It's been interesting. I'm a Laker fan. You know this.
oh, no.
And I found myself rooting for Boston right now.
oh yeah.
And,
Hey, Blues
and
just tied
Jason
it.
Tatum has been fun to watch.
Blues just tied it, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Didn't Tatum have a heck of a block on Durant? That was pretty
Durant
sweet.
looked like dog doo-doo.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of getting old, man.
Not looking so hot.
Nope.
The Suns, they're in trouble.
If Booker's
Booker-
hurt that bad,
If
they'll
he's hurt-
they might win this game
I don't
this
think-
round, but
I
they
don't
won't
think
win.
so. I think Ingram.
I don't think they'll win this round.
I don't think so.
I said
Ingram was one of the biggest ones I was upset with the whole LeBron thing, and we got rid of Ingram, we got rid of Kuzma, and you've seen these guys go to other places and blossom.
You know why? Because they got to worry about being
King
coached.
James, yes.
Right. Worry about LeBron.
And LeBron was the worst thing to ever happen to the Lakers franchise.
You got a championship.
One.
Okay, one,
It was in a bubble.
and it was a bubble.
Nobody
and,
saw it.
And Anthony Davis carried him.
True.
He played.
Yep.
Went in street clothes.
He wasn't in street clothes.
It's true.
Butler in Miami, man, he's been tough lately.
Yeah. I would agree.
And I don't know. I liked the play-in games. A lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
I liked them. The Pelicans would not even be in right now if it wasn't for the play-in.
Then the regular season doesn't mean anything.
What does it mean? You're right.
I know, and that's dumb.
It does.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the Lakers right now, you'd like to have a couple more regular season games
Yeah, Lakers suck.
so they can lose some more and maybe get some better lottery balls.
Shut up.
They need some more balls.
Well,
They ain't got enough
it
balls.
doesn't matter until LeBron's gone. That's gonna be a tough sale.
Lakers,
agree.
hey, the Lakers just need some more balls, Jason. Ain't got enough.
Ain't enough balls to go around when you got LeBron and Westbrook on the same team.
Oh,
No, there
I'm
isn't.
telling you right now, that is for dang sure.
Not enough going around.
Not enough. I don't know.
And because we're talking about selfishness, because we're talking about the NBA, how about Cabrera now switching sports,
That's fine.
but I do this. Miguel Cabrera and his interview about him, he went 3 for 4. He needed one more hit. He got that other at bat.
Yep.
And
Tell everybody the other bat for what?
for 3,000 hits. If
2,999.
he doesn't get it. Detroit loses.
Goes 3 for 4.
He went 3 for 4, had a good game. And they're asking him about it. He basically tells them, we lost the game.
Who the F cares?
Who the F cares? And I'm like, I just became one of the biggest Miguel Cabrera fans ever.
I mean,
Because I don't know how many times I always say to my kids, I don't care how many points you scored. It has nothing to do with the name, your last name. It has to do with the name right here that says Herculaneum. That's the only name I care about.
Did you see what happened today with him?
No, I did not.
Okay, so he went 0 for 3.
Oh.
He's got his last at bat. Okay, that I believe they were winning 3-0, and last at bat in the 8th inning. What does Boone do? Intentional walk.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
oh, wow. Wow.
Doesn't even give him a shot.
And it's 3-0.
3-0.
Anyone on?
I don't think there was.
Oh, wow.
I don't like Boone now.
Wow. Oh,
Didn't-
wow.
Didn't even pitch to him.
Are they on the road next game, too?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting to see. That's dirty.
That is pretty dirty.
You're up 3-0. You pitch to him.
Oh, God.
Why do you intentionally? There had to be people on base if they intentionally walked.
I don't think there was.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
Hey,
so.
either way, you're already losing 3-0. The guy is. How old is Miguel Cabrera?
I don't know.
He hasn't
He's
been.
younger than Pujols, isn't he?
Not
I
by
would say
much.
He's 39. I think he's got his age.
Well, I don't know. Wait, Pujols could be 47.
It could be 57. Who knows?
I am 12.
I like Ron Rhodes said open enrollment will not affect Vashon because it's been open enrollment there forever.
We need to have like a soundbite from Coach Rhodes at the end of every show.
You need to make a commercial with some of his comments.
Oh,
That would be good.
from when he was on the show.
Oh, when he was on the show, yes. Go back to that episode.
Oh,
You can come
man.
up with something.
Sorry, Coach
You're
Rhodes.
the creative mind here.
Hey, who the F cares?
Who the F cares?
But I became a Miguel Cabrera
I
fan.
think that was, I mean, I sent that to us yesterday. I thought that was the best thing ever when I saw that. Like, you know what? It's not about me. It's not about me.
It's about the Detroit Tigers.
That's who I play for, and that's what I want to have success in. We didn't freaking win. Who cares?
That was
Like,
awesome.
I don't care about what
Winkler
me.
says he might be younger than Pujols, by the way.
If he is, good riddance, man.
Wow, really?
Coach Winkler, huh? You might
I think.
Oh, yeah.
be. Hey,
and the-
Coach Winkler, could you get around from first to home?
I don't think so. By the way, speaking of going first to home, did you see the pitcher tackle the batter?
Dude, waylaid him.
Hey, don't be celebrating.
Did he flip the bat or something?
I don't know.
I
Because you
didn't
couldn't
see
see in the video.
I couldn't see, but the umpire didn't see it coming.
No.
He came in. It looked like Bill Goldberg.
None of you guys commented.
Speared on. It's just speared the
You
dude.
didn't comment on a couple of my suggestions this week, so I want to bring this one up
Oh
too.
gosh.
Hooters signed John Daly
Oh,
and his son to an endorsement deal.
I saw that.
Good for John Daly.
good for his son.
All right, that's awesome.
Hey, start
Follow
about
Daddy.
right. Start about right.
Follow Dad right there.
Dad's
God, I wish Hooters would
Dad's
sponsor
5
us.
beers back. He's starting the first round of golf. He calls Hooters, orders some wings. I mean, golly.
That's what they're famous for.
That Hooters.
He's famous for wings.
Hooters. I mean, come on. I just thought that was hilarious when I read that. Because I was like, man, I'm trying to find some things because I never attribute to the show. So I'm
You
like,
never
man,
attribute to it?
Well, I mean, contribute. And I'm like, oh my God, I think that was good.
That was good.
Zach's going to be like,
I
Zach's
thought J.R. Smith was good too, playing
Was.
golf and signing an NIL deal.
Yeah.
College golf.
McVeigh's probably like,
Could you imagine?
Al Restaurant? Al Restaurant signing? What's Hooters?
Could you imagine being a college student? You're sitting there and you look over and there's this tattooed dude next to you, and you're too young
He's
to know
40.
he's J.R. Smith, you know.
Yeah.
But your professor knows who he is,
Yeah.
you know. And look,
Hey, wait now. J.R. Smith never went to college.
Never.
straight from he went to high school to NBA.
It's crazy.
So you got a lot of eligibility left.
Playing.
Hey, I bet you he goes and gets a master's while he's at it too, to make some money.
First of all, Coach Winkler says, I could, but I'd be still running.
He also said, who goes to Hooters for the food?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Yeah, like, oh, come off it, Coach. You know what? That's why we all go for that, for the wings.
That's why
the wings are the best wings ever. Like,
yeah, Al restaurant.
duh.
The wings are okay.
They are wings.
They're okay.
They're okay. That's
Well,
why I go there.
I will say, Winkler, I ate at Mary Jane's the other day down there in Parville.
Parville.
Their wings are pretty fire.
I'm sorry, did you say pretty fire?
Yep.
Bar.
Yeah, on that note,
Bar.
They are.
we're going to end this.
Hey, by the way,
No
you wanna-
slag.
the wing. I went to Pogues in DeSoto the other night, and
I love Fess's.
their freaking wings are massive. Like,
I thought
that-
you were on some diet, dude. You had all that.
that was before that diet started. That was my last day, so I went splurged. But I mean, those wings were huge, like huge. Where normally wings you didn't get anymore, they're like this big around and they're $10 for a piece. But so if you're out and about, I'll give us some.
I've never heard them
shameless
called wings.
plugs.
That's what Winkler just said.
Oh, Coach Winkler.
Oh, it's really came.
A lot of. Never mind.
How many waters have you drank tonight?
Well, let's see if next week we can actually all four be here.
Maybe.
Yeah, see, we have a full house.
Hey, there's maybe some special announcement coming up this
Yep.
week.
We have a special announcement.
Sometime in hopefully the next couple days here, we'll be releasing some
Hey, fans.
fun
I'll
information.
find out when you do. They don't tell me anything.
Well, we don't.
Shut up, Jay.
You're right. We don't. We don't tell him anything.
Piss and moan.
We don't tell
They
him.
don't tell me about going to cards games. They don't tell me about what's coming up on the show.
Wah,
They just expect me to come here and
wah.
spit out stuff. You know, what do you do?
Hey, and you do a good job of that.
That's what I hear.
You just brought up all the topics you wanted to talk about at the end of the show.
I liked it.
Well, I was ticked. Man, we didn't talk about any of the things I brought up.
Well,
You never give any suggestions. You never have anything to say. And I wrote this whole post in our...
I read it all too, actually, and you did hit every one of them tonight.
No, I didn't. There's one I missed. Wait,
Oh, wait for it.
wait a minute.
Well, let's hear it. We got a couple seconds here.
Yankees.
Oh,
Gosh,
yeah.
what a
awful.
terrible start.
What a terrible contract.
Oh,
Maybe give him some of that spider tack so you can throw a curveball. He hadn't been able to throw one since.
yikes.
It's been rough for him since, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure has. I was actually having that conversation with somebody today, I think.
Okay, now we've covered all.
Yeah, we've covered everything. All right. So,
Hey, we went
Thank
way
you.
past our hour and a half limit
I
today.
know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the Coach's
Coach
Box.
McVey wasn't here.
That's right.
That's right.
Keep us on the
Keep
rails.
us on the rails. Tune in next week for
least
another
off
episode. Another episode of the Coach's Box.
Coach's Box.
And be tuning in for our big special announcement. Be coming hopefully in the next couple days, like Coach Blair said.
And advertise your business here.
And don't
with the
forget,
Coach's Box.
$25 for the first month, $15 a month. After that, we can even do 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. It's dirt cheap. You can't beat it anywhere.
$190, is that right, for a whole year?
$190 for a whole year.
$190 of sponsorship. You get your business advertised on our show every week, at least once. If we do some other things more than that, but for $190,
Might even do a live read. Jason might actually do live reads for advertisements. Yeah, see? Now he wants to do it. Anyway,
cheap.
thank you guys again, and tune in next week. We appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out with us for almost 2 hours, listening to us ramble on. For all the coaches here, I'm Coach Miller, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great night.